What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be talking about how wide receivers can get recruited in a run-heavy offense. So we're going to be talking about some of the three things that you need to include in your film, what you need to showcase to college coaches if maybe you guys don't have the best quarterback who can throw you the ball, maybe your just offense is designed as run first, but how you guys can ultimately get recruited and what you can include in your highlight tape. So I hope this video gives you guys some value, teaches you some different things that you can take to your own game. Even if you are in a pass-heavy offense, this is some of the stuff that you can include. But also, fellas, if you guys aren't sure what to do on the field, the specific drills you need to work, the specific repetitions, the specific sets, and how to do each drill, check out that very first link in the description for our 28-day on-field wide receiver workout plan. What it is a 28-day, 4-week plan where we break down specific drills. We give you sets, reps, rest days, rest periods, all the above, and then a 30-minute long instruction video where we break down each drill, a full-speed example of each drill, and how the drill is going to help you. So I hope you guys can check that out. Very first link in the description, fellas. Really like this, what we're now offering on our website. Let's get started with this video. So the number one thing that you got to do, if you guys are a run-heavy offense, you got to showcase that you can block. That's just part of your offense, right? So we're going to take a look at this clip here from Chase Claypool, and we're going to talk about how you guys can get better at blocking, right? So as a college coach, if I'm seeing a run-heavy school, if you can showcase to me that you can block, I could probably find a spot for you, right? If you check off a lot of other boxes, and that's what we're going to be focused on later in the video, but number one thing is blocking. You got to do what the offense is asking you, right? So now, how I can get better at blocking. As a receiver, what I need to focus on doing is staying in this pad level position right here. We're looking at Chase Claypool, right? Obviously a pretty big dude, but again, this goes for smaller guys as well. When I go to make this block, where all your power comes from is from your hips, right? It comes from your hips and it comes from your legs. So you got to make sure as a receiver, whether I'm running up to a guy who's in zone coverage and I got to block him, or I'm blocking him straight off the line in this press coverage situation, I got to drive from my legs, I got to drive from my hips, and I always got to keep my feet moving. The low man's going to win. If I get lower than this guy, I keep a good pad level position, my feet stay moving, I can honestly drive up from my hips. That's going to be the most important thing. I remember one time when I first got into coaching, right? I was asking, hey, my guy, you pick the brain of an O-line coach if you want to get better at blocking, right? So I go up to an O-line coach, I'm like, hey, man, like, what do you teach your guys? Like, what's something that, you have them work on, that you have them do, like, stuff in the gym, right? And he was telling me, I'm like, you guys do a lot of bench press. Is that what you guys do? And he's like, no, I had never had my guys do bench press because that's not where blocking comes from. That's not where your strength comes from. He's like, I'm having my guys do squats, power cleans, all the above, because that's where your power comes from. It comes from your legs, being able to generate force from your hips, and being able to actually explode and drive those feet. So that's what receivers got to focus on with power, right? Being able to drive from their hips, shoot up, and drive from their legs. It's not about how strong you are up here. It's about how strong you are from your hips, from your legs, and can you keep your feet moving to address a DB? So number one thing you can do in a run-heavy offense, let's be able to block. Let's actually be able to throw a block on somebody, showcase to a college coach that, hey, I can block. If you can't block, you're not going to get the rock. Let's watch this thing full speed one more time. Great job by Claypool, driving from the hips, driving his legs, and putting this guy back into the ground. Okay, so now, second thing you could do, this is a clip here from DK Metcalf at practice, right? So this is practice film of Metcalf. Let's watch this thing full speed, then we're going to talk about how this can apply to you guys, right? So obviously this is like kind of a fancier footwork release, but you see how he's backside on a play. He's not even getting the ball. It's probably a run play, right? But I wouldn't do this on a run play. I wouldn't show this kind of film on a run play. But if you're backside on a play and maybe you're not getting the ball, right? Maybe it's just a design little like play. Like let's say your job's to run like a dig route, and let's say the quarterback's doing like a play action fake and he's got like a flat route and like maybe like a little out route on the backside, and those are the two throws that he's going to be throwing, and you never get the ball. But if you can showcase that you can run a good route, if you can showcase that you can get in and out of breaks fast, like let's say you got press coverage and let's say you absolutely just punked this guy off the line of scrimmage and you're backside and you can showcase that on film, that's a good look for college coaches to include into your film, right? They understand if they come out and they see a wing T offense and you're backside and you're running a great route, you can showcase that you're getting in and out of breaks smooth, you're dropping your hips violently. That's something that you could showcase on film to really make yourself stand out, right? Now, again, you got to use this sparingly. What I don't like is I don't like it when receivers run like a post route and then the quarterback overthrows them and then they put that on their tape. It makes you look like not a team guy. It makes you look like not a team player. But if you're on a play and let's say the quarterback maybe throws like the couple different passing plays that you guys have thrown into your playbook, like it's third and long, you guys are going to have to pass the ball. That's why the details are so important if you're in a run-heavy offense. Because like Like, let's say it's a play concept where we got like post, like maybe dig, and then we got like a drag coming backside. And let's say the drag gets thrown, but you're the dig and you're open and you run a hell of a route at the top of this break. Then yeah, include that on your tape. Showcase that you were open. Quarterback didn't throw me the ball. He completed it to somebody else, but I can run a good route. I can do the details of the position because again, you've got to do whatever it takes to be able to stand out. So if you could showcase those things, you might be able to stand out. I'm not going to say that, oh, film of you not getting the ball is going to get you offers because it probably won't. But again, if you have something, like if you're at a camp and a coach wants to see your film, that's something that you have on there and he's seen you with his own eyes, like, yeah, this guy can play the position. Yeah, this guy seems like he can make plays. I want to see how he looks in game. Well, it was a run-heavy offense, but I got these different clips. That's something that you could do. You got to be able to really do whatever it takes, right? Maybe it doesn't work, but at least you have something to showcase that, yeah, I can run good routes. I'm open. My quarterback just didn't hit me all the time, or we were throwing just all these short dump-off play action plays, but I did what they asked me, and every single time I ran a route, I ran a good route. Let's watch the thing full speed. So again, when you guys aren't involved in the play, this stuff is super important because again, one, it'll set up other things in the game and maybe you do get the ball and it can showcase on film that, yeah, I can run good routes. Yeah, I am shifty. Yeah, I am a quick receiver. Let's watch this thing full speed one more time. Great job by Metcalf throwing that move and then accelerating back to the inside. Okay, so now, last thing that I want to talk about here is you got to be able to make plays and you got to capitalize on the opportunities that are given to you, right? So anytime you got the ball thrown your way, you should challenge yourself that I'm not going to drop this thing. I don't care how covered I am. I don't care how tight at close quarters it is. I got to make every single catch. So let's look at this play right here. There's a goal line fade. Ball's thrown up high. We go up and we go make this play and we pull it away from the receiver. We're going to talk about the technique on this in a second, but every single time you guys get an opportunity, if you're in a run-heavy offense or a run-heavy school, you got to make sure that you finish the play. You got to make plays. Like that's what college coaches are looking for, man. They're looking for guys that can make plays. And if you can't make plays and you don't showcase the opportunities that you're given that like, yeah, I can do this thing. Like I can't, if you can't turn like a little drag route where you got nobody around you into maybe a 20-yard gain, then that maybe not be the best thing for you, right? That maybe you're not the best playmaker and that's something that we got to improve on. But anytime I'm given an opportunity, every time a ball is thrown my way, you have to make the most of it, right? So for example, like if I'm going up for a goal line fade here, I can't just go up because again, DB could just make a hell of a play, but we want to make sure the DB doesn't make a hell of a play. So I go up, I catch this thing at its highest point, but I got to make sure that I secure this catch. I got to make sure that I secure it and rip it away from this DB. So what does this receiver do? He snaps and pulls this thing back over his head. When I could rip this thing away from that DB, he doesn't have a shot at making a play. So it's the little details like this that can make the most of the opportunities that you guys are given. You got a goal line fade thrown up to you. Okay, I'm going to go up, grab it at its highest point. I'm going to pull this thing back over my head so that DB doesn't have a chance. Or I'm going to go up, secure it, and rip this thing away and put my body between the defender and the ball to make sure that he doesn't have a chance to go get it, right? It's super important that you guys make the most, like I said, of the opportunities that you're given if you guys are in a run-heavy offense. Watch the thing again, full speed one more time. Is a great example of how to go up and get this ball and making the most of your opportunities. All right, guys, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to leave those in the comments below. I always appreciate the feedback. Always appreciate the suggestions you guys give. So again, feel free to leave those below. Helps me come up with new ideas. And also, fellas, again, 4-week on-field wide receiver workout plan, all the specific things that you guys need to do to take your route running, press releases, catching ability, overall explosiveness to the next level, broken down into a specific plan. We give you an instructional video where we break down each drill, and we give you a full speed example of each drill throughout the plan with specific routes that you guys can be running day in and day out. So I hope that gives you guys some value. Hope you can check it out. Very first link in the description, and I'll see you guys next time.